Here we're going to write an equation for a real world type of problem. So they said you're filling a pond at a rate of 25 liters per minute, and there are 500 liters to start with. And they tell you what variables to use just so it lines up. Usually you get to pick, but even if you got to pick, let's make W the amount of water. And that was measured in liters. And then we'll make T time. And picture, because they gave us our rate per minute, then we want T to be the number of minutes, just so our units line up. And so picture, if they ever tell you something about a rate, they're telling you how fast it's changing. They're saying the amount of water is going up 25 liters per minute. So for every 1 minute, you get 25 liters more of water. Anytime they tell you a rate, they're telling you the slope. They're saying W is going up 25 every time you go over 1 minute. So I know the slope is 25, and if they tell you a start point instead of just some random point, that's actually really nice because now that's the y-intercept. And so if I'm looking this to y equals mx plus b, I'm just using different letters for y and x and think which one's which. Well, the amount of water depends on the amount of time. So w is like my y, my output, and I put in how much time is like my x. So my slope is 25. And then you could try it out for different values, like see if you put time as 0, you get 500 to start with. And if you put time as, say, 1 minute, you have 500 plus another 25 liters. So it looks like this equation works. And then they want us to graph it. And think down here is the number of minutes, because this is T, and this is the amount of water. So at the very least, maybe if I want this up to like 1,000, since my starting point was 500, that'd be halfway in between. And if I have a grid, you can put in individual points or just kind of, so we know the starting point when time t equals 0, and then maybe I'll pick one that's a little down the way, like at 4 minutes I get another 100 liters, right, because it's 4 times 25. So that's 100 plus 500, so 4, I'm up to 600. And so depending how many little hash marks you kind of labeled on there, so your graph will look something like that.